Today I wanted to introduce you to a fun little $275 plinking pistol that in a pinch might offer you more if you are willing to learn how to handle it. I have owned 3 different North American Arms pistols and have found them all to be consistently well made, reliable, and very no-nonsense, no-frills. The pistol I present today is called the Earl and is a 5-shot 22 Magnum 22 long rifle design in a 4-inch barrel. You can also order it in a 3-inch barrel or a 6-inch. The latter is called a hog leg. Also, you order the cylinders together with a gun so they are properly timed. Extra cylinders can be ordered and are inexpensive, but you will need to send the pistol back to the manufacturer for timing. I have 2 Earls, and when I ordered them both, I opted for a Magnum and a long rifle cylinder. When I carry, both cylinders are always present, the cylinder out of the pistol being loaded and fitted on the holster. This brings up an interesting point. To keep the profile of the pistol incredibly small and sleek, the cylinder does not swing out for reloading. You need to unlock the base, remove a pin, and place the hammer on half cock, and then pull the cylinder out. All of these steps will never allow for fast reloading, especially considering that spent casings will need to be tapped out of the cylinder by the pin. So, if you want to probably half time the reloading, having an extra cylinder at hand is needed. Now, a few details. The pistol weight is 9 ounces. It is stainless steel made, and the action is only single. The sights are small and fixed. The safety is highly reliable. You place the hammer directly into a notched portion of the cylinder where there is no round. When you cock the hammer, the cylinder advances towards a loaded chamber. The length of the overall pistol is 7.5 inches. The width is 3/4 of an inch. The handle is very small at approximately 2.25 inches, and even for my small hands, my pinky is virtually off the handle when firing. But it all works and it all makes sense. So anyway, that gives us a nice segue. Let's go out and fire this little puppy. These are 22 long rifle Stingers, CCIs. What shoots most accurately from my 2 Earls, long rifle or Magnum, and seems to have the most oomph, is the Aguila jacketed soft point. These are made in Mexico, but the quality is exceptional. I have never had a misfire from this bullet. The company was started by Winchester and has very strict quality controls. This bullet hits much harder. It's a 22 Magnum, and you can hear the difference. Here are the results of this shoot at 15 yards. The grouping at its furthest measures 5 inches apart. This is at 25 yards. The maximum shot pattern extends 5 inches. With the increased distance, the shots are slightly off to the left. I can do the same at 35 yards. Not terrible for small fixed sights, and a handle so small you can barely fit your pinky around it. Now here is about 4.5 inches of various phone books. Let's look at comparison shots between the CCI long rifle Stinger, that's a 40-grained brass hollow point, and the Aguila soft lead flat-tipped 40-grain Magnum. These were both shot at 3 yards. So here we see the entry of both bullets. My finger is under the Magnum. Nothing special. The holes are both the same, just the small diameter of the bullet. So here we are now at a 1/2 inch. My finger is under the long rifle. The cracks in the phone book exhibit hydrostatic shock. Now we are 1 inch into the books. My finger is under the long rifle, and it shows at its widest shock pattern of 1.5 inches. The Magnum at this point is at 1 inch. And here we are at 1.5 inches into the books, and we still have the same shock patterns. 1.5 inches for the long rifle, 1 inch for the Magnum. Here we are at 2 inches, and we can see the long rifle bullet lodged in the book. That tear is 1.5 inches long. The Magnum keeps going, with a tear of just under 1.5 inches. And here we are at 2.5 inches with just the Magnum, and the tear is 2 inches in both directions. Quite a bit larger than the long rifle. If you look closely, you can just barely make out the bullet. And here the Magnum bullet tumbled into a lateral position at 2 3/4 inches. So here are pictures of the bullet remains. The long rifle flattened out handsomely, but so did the Magnum. The long rifle flattened more, but just by less than 1/8 of an inch. In both pictures, the long rifle is on the right. Pretty ferocious results here. When I am in an area where I need a small, concealably profiled pistol, this Earl becomes my carry. Now 5 rounds is not many, but statistics place an armed, non-law enforcement altercation at 1 to 3 shots. The way I carry, I can reload in 15 seconds, which is slow, but might be okay in certain situations. Always, carrying something is better than the alternative, which is carrying nothing.